Welcome back to Summit Sunrise. Kicking off the show this morning with Diane. We're talking about Summit Public Radio and TV. Now let's go ahead and just kind of dive into what Summit Public Radio is, because I think that there might be a little misconception out there. So what is it that you guys do?
We are a translator, which means that we are not a radio station. We bring in the radio signals from the Front Range. We're unique in Summit County in that we're surrounded by mountains. So the only way that these radio stations from the Front Range can come in, if we have translators on Baldy Mountain, on Gibson Hill, and also on Lake Hill.
Okay.
So without our services, you would not be getting the stations that we bring in.
Okay.
You'd only be having our local stations, which are great, but this gives a more diversity to your listening enjoyment.
Okay. Now, beyond just our listening enjoyment, I know you guys are also involved with TV. So what do you bring into the county? What can we access through you?
Okay. I have brought with me today a guide, which I'll tell you how to order or how else you can access it. And we bring in classical music 24/7, National Public Radio, jazz and blues, adult rock, country music, diverse music and world music, contemporary Christian music, and Spanish local news and music. So in the case of some type of an emergency, our non-English speaking residents would be able to access emergency information through our Spanish radio station that we bring in. We don't do any of the programming ourselves. We just bring it in.
Right, you enable that to happen. Okay, and then what else do you guys do?
Well, I just, first of all, like to talk a little, before what else we do, I'd like to say that if you go onto our website, www, I think it's on the screen there, SPRTV.org, you can find this radio guide, which has all the stations that we bring in, and it has all the FM stations that are available in Summit County, not just the ones we bring in. And this is the first time a guide has been put together, to my knowledge, all the radio stations in one place.
Oh, great. Okay.
Because, you know, you're surfing your dial on your radio. But if you want to have one of these guides, which you can keep in your car, or you can have two, just go on SPRTV.org, info at SPR.org, and you can click down on it, and you can get one of these, or you can print off the guide that we have on our website.
Okay, so really convenient to find that information.
And then also the locals guide, which is all over the county. On page 30 and 31, we have more about us, and then also the guide is also there.
Okay. So again, really convenient ways to find that information.
Yes.
And then, which is nice, especially going into the summer when you're going to be out there doing a little, maybe camping and hiking and biking, to be able to tune in and hear some of those different stations. And and so you guys certainly are very busy. You can see the list right there with all the different stations that you're helping us to access, and quite a variety there. And so, so now beyond the radio, what else do you guys do besides the radio?
Okay, we also sponsor a number of cultural events, and we just finished a Cuba series in conjunction with Colorado Mountain College and our jazz station, KUVO. And it just finished, and we had a series of lectures, receptions, cooking on Cuba, and that was wonderful. Our next event coming up is our InSync, there it is, up there on the screen, I see. Yes, very colorful. In our InSync concert on July 28th at the Riverwalk Center in Breckenridge. And this is in conjunction with the National Repertory Orchestra, the Breckenridge Music Festival, and two of our stations, our classical station KCME and our diverse music and public talk NPR station KUNC. There's going to be a reception before for our supporters, and then a concert.
Okay.
And then our last thing that we'll be doing before the end of the year, there's a Fall into the Arts weekend, September the 9th.
Okay.
And we're sponsoring a free classical concert.
Oh, how
It'll
fun.
probably be at the Lord of the Mountains, but stay tuned.
Okay.
Keep checking back on our website and we'll have more information about that, but it is a free classical concert.
So now I'm guessing for all information about the events that you guys have going on, or just if people, again, want to get the guide on the different stations that you bring in, the website is what, again, for more information?
www.sprtv.org. SPRTV.org.
Okay, so public radio and TV, and you can find them right there at that website on the bottom of your screen. And Diane, thanks so much for coming in this morning and
Thank you.
telling us all about it and kind of clearing up some of those misconceptions for us.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break here on Summit Sunrise. We have so much more still to come, so don't go away.